Oh, so sweet. They were all lies, Caitlin. All of them. Just want you to know that.
Well, I guess I owe Allison $5. Good evening and welcome, class of 2019. And before I begin, I have to thank you, Allison, for that introduction. Allie, you were one of the most loyal, genuine, and of course hilarious people that I have had the pleasure of making my acquaintance over the last few years. It is truly one of my greatest privileges to be able to call you my best friend, and it is an honor to have you speak on my behalf tonight. I would not be where I am today without your friendship. You have been and continue to be my biggest supporter, and I am so excited for us to start our next adventure together. I hope you know just how much you mean to me. When I walked into Goddard High School for the first time as a freshman, I was also walking into my new life in the state of New Mexico. I'm from a small town in Southern California called Phelan, and I went to the same small school with the same people from 1st to 8th grade. Needless to say, high school was a bit intimidating for me, especially in a new state. And then I walked into Mr. Hyder's classroom for the first time. So I was definitely on the struggle bus at first. But as things along, everything began to fall into place. I made friends, I participated, and I did my best. Mr. Hyder went from the intimidating teacher of honors physical science to our nice former teacher that always greets my friends and I in the morning by saying, "Ladies, holler if you need anything." Things change, we evolve, we persevere, and those three principles are what have brought us here tonight. As we all sit in this stadium, the finale of the 18-year-long journey that we have embarked upon, I encourage you all to consider who you are, what brought you here, and who you want to be. It is an understatement to say that we've all worked hard to be here tonight. If you too endured the seemingly endless number of dialecticals in AP English 12, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Thanks, Ms. Wilden. But truthfully, each of us deserves to congratulate ourselves on this night. We have each persevered, overcome our individual challenges, and fought to be here graduating high school tonight. After all, nothing worth having comes without difficulty. And through these past 4 chaotic, busy years, it is my hope that you have all learned something about yourselves. I hope you are able to answer those 3 questions. Who are you? What brought you here? And who do you want to be? So, who are we? Collectively, who we are is the next generation of artists, doctors, and activists. The next generation of soldiers, engineers, lawyers, and parents. We are the next generation of Americans. And it is in our hands to define what that will mean and what the future will hold. It is our privilege and duty to make America great. Not again, but once and for all people, regardless of their gender, race, ethnicity, or identity. It is my sincere hope that each of my fellow graduates will assume this responsibility before us, take advantage of the opportunities afforded to us, and extend these opportunities to others. So, what brought us here? I'm going to take a gamble and say that the people in this stadium have played fundamental roles in what got us here. And I feel as though I need to take this opportunity to thank a few of those people in my life. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for always giving me the tools I needed to succeed and for pushing me to do my best. I hope I've made you proud. Thank you to my sister, Riley, for always letting me vent to you and for keeping me on my toes. And if you know me, you know I would be amiss if I did not also mention my cats. So, Sokka and Zero, this one is for you. Thank you, Miss Wilden, for always encouraging me and for teaching me that literature is about a lot more than just stories. Thank you, Miss White, for being my teacher, mentor, and friend for these last 3 years. And above all, thank you for teaching me to love science and to ask questions. I would also like to say thank you to my core group of best friends for always being there for me and for always believing in me. Allie, you showed me the power of a good sense of humor and taught me to stop getting caught up in the chaos of life and to instead embrace each moment. Tiffany, you have always kept me grounded and have been there for me when I needed to talk and allowed me to come over to your house to nap and eat Twizzlers. Sydney, your numerous talents and the way in which you overcome challenges with grace and strength has inspired me, and I am very proud to call you my friend. Last but certainly not least, Sabrina, You have been my rock since I met you, and you have never wavered in your candor, affability, or dependability. I appreciate you more than you know. I will never forget the memories the five of us, the Squattobots, as we call ourselves, have made over the last few years, and I am beyond excited to see what the future has in store for all of us. Finally, thank you to all of the teachers and staff of Goddard High School for making all of this possible for us tonight. Finally, we must answer the question, who do we want to be? Obviously, I can't speak for all of you here. All I can say is that I hope if you've learned nothing else in these last 4 years, that you have learned what that question means to you and how you want to answer it. Growing up, we all had dreams of who we wanted to be. Now that we're here, that question seems a bit more pressing, but I hope that you continue to dream about who you want to be. In the words of RuPaul, when you become the image of your own imagination, it's the most powerful thing you could ever do. Follow your dreams, discover your passions, and continue to strive for greatness. So without any further ado, congratulations, class of 2019. This is merely the beginning of the rest of our lives. May your future hold all that you wish for and more. Thank you.